Live with CDP Sports Talk, a weekly sports and entertainment podcast sponsored by Barry Cullen Chevrolet. Live on YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, Twitch, and LinkedIn. And on audio via Apple Podcast, Google Podcast, Spotify, Anchor FM, iHeartRadio, Amazon Music, Radio Public, and TuneIn. Now, here's your host, Chris Palme.
Good morning, everybody. Welcome to Season 13, Episode 46, overall 706. That's right, Episode 706 of Live with CDP Sports and Entertainment Talk Show, brought to you by our friends at Barry Cullen Chevrolet Dealership, located at 905 Woodlawn Row West in the Guelph Auto Mall. Check out their website, barrycullen.com, for the newest selection of new and pre-owned GM vehicles, along with their great selection of all-electric vehicles and catalytic vehicles as well. You can call the dealership at 519-824-0210 and tell them Chris Palme sent you, or you can email them at info@barrycullen.com. Barry Cullen Chevrolet Dealership has been family run and operated here in the city of Guelph since 1969 and has been a part of the show for the last 3.5 years. I hope everyone is doing well on this. I can't believe it's already Friday, May 8th, 2026. We're just a couple of days away from Mother's Day. So wishing all the moms out there a happy Mother's Day, including my mom, Noreen. And I'm looking forward to my guest today. This is his second appearance, and I've known this gentleman, Brad Bisbing, for about 7 or 8 years now, and I'm going to bring him on. He is the assistant general manager of the Buffalo Bisons, the top farm team for the Toronto Blue Jays. Good morning, Brad. How are you?
Chris, good. Yourself?
Keeping busy with my talk show, my freelance media work. The Canadian Football League is back doing their training camp, so I'll be back with the Toronto Argonauts, and then we got the World Cup going on. A lot of great things going on right now, especially with baseball and minor league baseball going on too.
Yeah, it's an exciting time here at the ballpark. You know, we got the season started at the end of March, and you know the weather's starting to turn a little bit. The promotions are starting to get bigger and more exciting, and the kids will be out of school soon, and we'll be humming here at the ballpark for the rest of the summer, having a lot of fun.
Brad, I want to say on behalf of the Cambridge District Humane Society again, thank you so much to the Buffalo Bisons organization for donating some tickets for the Cambridge Humane Society's Prohibition event, which was a couple of weeks ago, and they raised over $24,000, and it's businesses such as yourself that we really appreciate that.
Well, that's awesome, and thanks for reaching out, and happy to be play a small role in helping that event be a success and raise some vital funds. You know, a lot of what we do here at the ballpark obviously is very community driven, and it's being a part of the community, and we're excited to help them, help you guys out, and a lot of other causes as well throughout the course of the summer.
Brad, you mentioned school days. How many of those games are you doing this year for the local?
Well,
schools?
we do one here at the ballpark. May 28th is this year's School Kids Day, and you know that's an event that has been going on since the ballpark opened, and it's a really fun event. You have a morning start. We start at 11 o'clock in the morning, and you just pack the ballpark full of kids and it's fun because they're having fun. They scream every fly ball they think might be a home run, and when the SpongeBob comes on, the ballpark shakes. So it's a lot of fun, and we enjoy that event. And you know, since that event has started, we've had over 500,000 kids, I should say, attend that event. And when you can get 14, 15, 16,000 kids all in the park at once, it's a really fun atmosphere. And you know, I know the guys enjoy it as well. You know, having that big of a crowd here to cheer them on.
Brad, they're also doing these school day games here in Canada, over in Ontario, with the Canadian Baseball League as well, and it's gone really well. It's a great promotion. Do you ever see it happening in Major League Baseball where they have a school day game?
I mean, I don't see why it wouldn't be a possibility. It it takes a lot of coordination to get all the buses to drop off and then to pick them up, and you'd have to move a game time to fit the school schedule. So I mean, we used to play at 10:30. Now it's 11. But it's a big event for us, and what's fun about it is you have obviously a fun atmosphere of being at the ballpark and being able to get up and dance and see yourself on the scoreboard. But each year we make sure there's some sort of educational theme as well to teach the kids on the scoreboard. A couple of years ago when we had the eclipse here in Buffalo, that was the theme. When the Olympics, it's teaching about other countries, and this year with the World Cup being in America, we're gonna, and throughout North America, I should say, we'll be doing a lot of stuff to highlight all the countries and the teams that are participating in that in the World Cup later this summer. So it's great to have the kids have fun, but also have a little bit of an educational message each time too.
Any chances that the Bisons could have a soccer day event this year?
Well, we had during our we did a Kids Week promotion early this year where each day was themed, and we had one already themed around the World Cup, and we'll see as the summer goes along. But we have our obscure jersey night, and one of the categories is always international jerseys, so it's fun to see a lot of the others soccer jerseys from around the world. And as we have the school kids day as well, and the theme has already been communicated to all the schools. One of the cool parts about the event is we send a prep course that they can have in class, teaches them using baseball statistics and whatnot to learn some math skills, and then also the theme of the day being the World Cup. There's already some sort of there's already some lessons going on there as well in the classrooms leading up to the event, which is just a couple of weeks away. So a lot of fun there, and it's always when you have a 75 game schedule, as we do here, 75 game home game schedule, I should say. Finding fun themes for each of them is always a part of what we do as well.
Brad, you also wear many hats with the Bisons too. Besides being the assistant general manager, you're in charge of marketing and public relations. Your time in minor league baseball and with the Bisons specifically, how much has marketing and public relations changed?
Well, I mean, that's a great question. I mean, when I first started 20 odd some years ago, we were just starting to do a MySpace and a website. Really, I mean, a lot of teams didn't even have their own website, and you're starting with MySpace, the early days of Facebook, and now how social media has obviously not just it went from in the early days it's just something that you did to now it's obviously a vital function of any business, whether it's sports, professional, amateur, to any business, being able to reach customers and fans where they're at, and everyone's on social media. So obviously it's immensely important to our team to have that platform, those platforms to reach our fans, and also what has turned into content creation, and you see that throughout all sports and at all levels is being able to create your own content, have fun things with graphics and videos and highlights, and getting to have your fans get to know your customers, or you get to know your players with some of the things that they do with all those the fun games and fun social content. It's obviously a huge driver for us and all businesses to be able to take the excitement of the ballpark and share it with your fans on social media, and encourage them to come down here and check it out.
How big is your social media content team currently with the Bisons?
There's everybody on staff, to be completely honest. I mean, we have a social media coordinator, we have an entertainment director, we have a full-time graphics person and a video person, but within their staffs, everyone chips in, and the fun part is, being able to work at a ballpark, it's obviously fun throughout, and one of the things we talk about early in the off season is, throughout the organization, when you have something fun with your department or cool with your department, let us know, and it's a total team effort to share that stuff on social media. It could, one of the fun posts we do every year is when the bubble gum comes in. it's just funny when the clubhouse manager, hey, heads up, our giant boxes of bubble gum has come in, and it's a cool photo when you see, just the double bubble, the containers stacked up to the wall. It's when we get to mow the grass for the first time. When the groundskeeper gets on the field, we always have a lot of fun when we fire up the mower for the first time and mow the grass, and that stuff is engaging. People want to see all the behind the scenes stuff that happens at the ballpark as we gear up for a new season, especially where we are. Any images of spring when you put them out there in the wintertime to let fans know. I know it's February now, but spring and baseball are around the corner, and get excited. That's a lot of the fun stuff we do. So for all organizations, especially at the minor league level, it's a total team effort to share that fun stuff with our fans.
Brad, being the top farm team of the Toronto Blue Jays since, I believe, 2013, how satisfying was it last year seeing the impact of the Buffalo Bisons organization on the 2025 American League champion Toronto Blue Jays?
I mean, that's what it's all about. I mean, we have fun here. We get to, have great events here, but part of that also is what we represent in the chain, in the organization, and in getting our guys, the guys that here, providing an atmosphere, an environment for them to excel, to whether it's to continue their development, or in the case of Shane Bieber and Max Scherzer is the rehabbing, getting right so that you can get back up there. Davis Schneider early in the year last year. And when they took the field in Game 7, and this is something that'll stick with me forever. When they took the field in Game 7 in Toronto, every single player that was in their starting lineup was a former Bison, and that was really cool. And it really, this town was super invested, and obviously we cheering on that connection. It was a great ride. It's unfortunate that it ended just a little short, but it was super cool to see all those guys. And I think it was up to 16 or 17 of the players on the postseason roster had spent time with the Bisons, and that's really that really connects you with their efforts, and it's great to play that little piece in what was a truly magical season for the Blue Jays last year.
Brad, even though I'm a lifelong Tigers fan, that World Series was one of the best that I've ever seen. And I wanted to ask you, Brad, in your time in baseball, have you seen a ball get stuck in the fence like that? I've never seen that happen at the Rogers Center or even at Exhibition Stadium before.
It's the adult saying, right? Anytime you go to a ball game, you can see something that you've never seen before. But you're right, that World Series, whether it was the game that went well into the night, how close it was, even before the ending, really captured a lot of this, not only this country, obviously in Canada as well, but, I had friends who just knew that I was connected working with the Bisons that I hadn't talked to in decades, reaching out and saying, like, this is, I'm not into the World Series, but I'm watching every minute of it. And, we can't get enough of it. They're down in Florida, down in Arizona and North Carolina. Friends reaching out, it's like, this is insane series. It's so gripping, and tell us more about this guy, or who's this Ernie Clement guy that just keeps getting a base hit every time. And so that was one of the best World Series of all time. And you obviously, you say that because of your connection to it. But beyond that, just for the average, not only baseball fan, but sports fan, or just, person that stumbled across some of these games, it was immensely gripping, and what a series. And yeah, I mean, it's obviously, it's on a stage like that, when you see something that you never see before, it's that much more memorable.
I would like to know what happened to that baseball. I don't know if it went to the Baseball Hall of Fame or the Blue Jays have it, but that was just so unique. And that was a great series. And it wasn't really a 7-game series, Brad. It was really 8 with that 18-inning game in Dodger Stadium.
Yeah, I mean, and I remember just trying to stay awake as long as possible to get to the end of that one. And there's so many stories throughout the whole series that just whether it's Addison sleeping on the couch, or I mean, so many amazing stories that you'll remember forever. And um, like I said, it's a boy. It's a shame that it just ended just short, but it makes you that much more excited for the future, for what this team can do, and you just want to get back there. But it was, while you're in that moment, it was fun to live throughout that whole whatever it was, 10-day to 2 week period.
Hey, Brad, one of your former Bisons coaches is going into the Canadian Baseball Hall of Fame on June 20th. And I wanted to say congratulations to Devon White, obviously a World Series champion with the Blue Jays and Marlins, and part of your coaching staff as well.
Yeah, Devo was great to have here for many years. I think he actually had more consecutive seasons as a coach than anyone in our modern era, being here 5 straight years. So he's a great guy, obviously. Great for our players here at this level to be able to learn from someone that performed at that stage so awesomely, and just to have an impact on the team, not only his presence but the knowledge that he was able to give to so many players during his time with the Bisons. And not only that, the connection with the fans here. I mean, there was many a times where we would have Blue Jay fans in the crowd, and he would meet with them before or after the game and shake their hand, sign a ball, and it was great. And that's a tremendous, well-deserved honor for Devo to have, and it's a great honor.
And being a part of the Bisons as freelance media, and now with the Canadian Baseball Hall of Fame, I've been able to interview a lot of guys that I really liked as a kid, and I've just been very fortunate. So I want to say thank you to the Bisons organization and the Canadian Baseball Hall of Fame organization too, and Scott Crawford. They do a great job there. It's our version of Cooperstown here in St. Mary's, Ontario.
No, yeah, they do a great job up there, and obviously it's such a rich history, and glad to play a little bit of role on it with Devo coming through here, and other players as well. And like I said, a tremendous honor for Devo, and job well done.
Brad, what are some of your new promotions this season at Salem Field, along with the fan favorite promotions and theme nights? And one caught my attention, the Cheerios night at the ballpark.
Yeah, we're super excited about that. Just announced last week. When you do some of these alternate jerseys and alternate night themes, it's really like a 2-year process. So this is something that we've been sitting on and working on, and super excited. It's Friday, August 7th. Will be our first ever My City Smells Like Cheerios night at the ballpark. And obviously General Mills has a plant down the road, and there's many a nights when the wind comes in from right field, and they're producing what I don't think there's a bigger cereal in the world than Cheerios or Lucky Charms or any one of those great cereals. And you're walking out to your car, you're sitting out in right field, and you can smell it, and it's awesome. And it's a very fun and unique thing here in Western New York. And we wanted to do something. I mean, that's it's a great a theme to have at the ballpark, and working with General Mills, and then with the Cheerios team, corporate, putting together this night. We'll have so we launched GetToBisons.com. You can check out the cereal themed jerseys. It's a yellow jersey that has Buster splashing into a bowl of milk, and it's got my favorite part, it's got a new patch on the sleeve that is nutritional facts, but it's about Buffalo and the pride and loyal and passion of Buffalo sports fans. A family size sticker on the other shoulder, or patch on the other shoulder. And we're going to do a lot of fun things in park. On top of being the jersey and the cap, we'll have a cereal bowl giveaway, a Cheerios giveaway. We'll have a cereal bar in the restaurant that fans can have dinner, and can have all the great General Mills cereals up there. And Buzz, the official mascot of Honey Nut Cheerios, will be in the park to meet with fans. And it's a tremendous night. We can't wait. If for more, get your information, check out the jerseys. You can just go to bisons.com/cereal for all that. So that's one of the new ones for sure that we're really looking forward to here out in the ballpark on August 7th.
And you also, when you come back from your road trip, on May 12th, I believe, is Nurse Appreciation Night at the ballpark.
Yeah, we have so it's tough when the team's been off on the road for 2 weeks. Looking forward to getting them back. They come back on Tuesday, May 12th. We have a really fun homestand. First, with that Tuesday, it's our Nurses Appreciation Night. It's the last day of Nurse Appreciation Week here, or everywhere. And for this game, if you're a nurse or a student nurse, you can go to the box office, show your ID, and you can get 4 free tickets. I'm married to a nurse, so it's something I'm really proud of and passionate about. Is, man, nurses are angels throughout the healthcare industry. They do just tremendous jobs and the care that they give patients. So we wanted to have this night as a part of Worldwide National Nurses Appreciation Week here at the ballpark. And like I said, it's the start of a really fun homestand. We got a dog day on Wednesday the 13th. On the 14th, another new event, something that we've joked around in the office that we're going to try. It's our race night. We have a great partnership with Salins and Watkins Glen, the NASCAR track that's here in New York State. We got some race cars. We got some $10 ticket values for fans, and we're going to have the fastest fireworks show of the season. So you've heard of Big. The fireworks here in Buffalo on Fridays are a theme that we have, but we're trying on Thursday what we're calling the fastest fireworks show, and what we're going to do is we're just going to set off all the fireworks at once, have a little fun with it. We saw there was a viral clip, I think it was San Diego a few years ago, for their New Year's Eve show. They had technical difficulties and it actually happened. They set off all the fireworks at once, and they're like, wouldn't that be cool to try? Just set them off all at once and just have this monster display all go off in a span of a few seconds. And so we're going to try that on the 14th, and I think it's going to be a little fun, and it's a different twist to the ballpark fireworks show that many of our fans are used to.
And you also have Dog Day at a ballpark. How popular has that event been, as well as your annual Star Wars this year?
Yeah, our ballpark, our Dog Day series, to show you how popular we used to have just one a year, and now we have one a month. So every month of the season, we have a dog day, and this one coming up May 13th is, you bring your dog to the park, they get free admission. You can, sit in the section out in the corner there and watch the game with the pups. And we have actually a treat ticket where you can buy a loaded ticket that comes with food for you and a treat for your dog as well. So we have a lot of fun with the dog days, and it's obviously super popular. We have one a month throughout the whole season. So if you can't make it this Wednesday, check that out and bring the pup to the park. And then, so many big events just around the corner. You mentioned Star Wars Night. That's another event that we'll get to 250,000 fans this year. We have a life-size Jabba the Hutt. We have the great characters from the 501st Northridge group that we've worked with since the beginning. Throughout the concourse, over 50 characters throughout the concourse, who then, we have their own movie that we shoot all in the off season. The script is run by Lucasfilms, and it plays out to a show on the field after the game. So that's a super popular event. We're home for Father's Day again this year, so that's obviously great. And later this year, once we get to July, we have our post-game drone show is back. Which was a huge hit last year. July 25th, we'll have a drone show after the game. Giveaways, some unique giveaways, a twist on our bobblehead giveaway each year. We're going to do a bobble card. If you've never heard of a bobble card, and it's Ernie Clement coming off of his great postseason, and obviously his great time. He hit like 350 here in Buffalo when he was here. So it's a bobblehead in a box that looks like a trading card. So it's got some fun facts on the back, and it's super cool. You can get that on July 12th, and then we move to August. We're giving away sliding mitts. We're giving away a banner on our Harry Potter night. Just so many great events. I encourage all fans, get to Bisons.com. Check out the promotional schedule. Make sure that you view Bisons.com/Canada as well. There's some great information there on how you can get your tickets at par throughout the year here at the ballpark. So make sure you do that and take advantage of that great deal as well.
And I was going to say, Brad, how important is your fan base coming from Southern Ontario is coming to the ballpark?
Yeah, I mean it's always was a big part of our business, being so close. And you can see Canada right across the river there, across the bridge there. We're so close. And then ever since being affiliated with the Blue Jays, it's been great. It's been awesome to connect even further with the great baseball fans in Southern Ontario and Toronto, and coming down. It's great to see, especially on the weekends, on Saturdays and Sundays, when you look down and you see all the Blue Jay jerseys there. And what's fun now, you saw that right from the beginning. What's fun now is those Blue Jay jerseys are former Bisons. So you see fans wearing Batista jerseys and Springer jerseys, and obviously Guerrero jerseys and Kirk jerseys, and so many of those Blue Jay jerseys. And you see the names, and you're like, they're former Bisons as well. So that's obviously a lot of fun to see that. And it's such a great partnership with the Blue Jays, and to be able to offer that at par discount throughout the entire year, just to welcome fans here at the ballpark, because it's a great affiliation, it's a great connection, and it's a great connection with fans as well.
Hey, Brad, before we wrap up this show, is there any new foods and drinks at Salem Field for the 2026 season for fans to expect to try?
Yeah, one of the greatest things we have here on the food and beverage side here at the ballpark is the restaurant, is the Pub of the Park restaurant. It's open for an all-you-can-eat buffet for every game, and if it changes and it themes to certain things, we'll have Taco Tuesdays every Tuesday. On Wednesdays, what's fun is we have a Wing Wednesday in the restaurant as well. The National Buffalo Wing Festival here every summer. And the wings, that all you can eat wings on those Wednesdays, they're the sauces of past winners from the festival. So they could be local, they could be throughout the country. The sauces that have won here during the festival are the ones that are featured in the restaurant. So that's super fun. And obviously being owned by Rich Products, it's great that we run our own concessions, and we can bring a lot of those great local flavors here in the ballpark, starting, of course, with Salen's hot dogs, Lenova pizzas, Charlie the Butcher beef on Wex, all those great products here in the ballpark to share. Because, as you know, coming to the ballpark, the food part of it is such a huge part of it as well. So part of the experience, part of the entertainment of coming to Bison's baseball.
Family entertainment, and it's a fun environment. So anyone that's never been to a Bison's game or a AAA game, I highly recommend it.
Yeah, that's obviously that's 100% what we're about, is providing those unforgettable family memories, making every game an event with so many different themes. Just touched on a few of them, but with so many more at the ballpark. Lacrosse night with the Bandits, hockey night with the Sabres, so many great giveaways, sleepovers here at the ballpark, but then also doing it at a tremendous value. Having a discounted ticket to begin with when you buy in advance, and then save even more with the at-par offer that you can get. We really want this to be a place where families can stretch that entertainment dollar even further, and have a tremendous experience, make memories with the whole family every time they come.
Hey, Brad, any more changes to the ballpark in the offseason for the fans to be aware of?
Leading into this year, we continue to. It's one of the things that we continue to work on. It's such a historic ballpark, so we have some fun things still to come, maybe this year, to be announced. Fun changes. So make sure you stay tuned to Bisons.com and our social channels as well, Facebook and X and Instagram, because we have some announcements still to come, and some stuff here that we're excited about at the ballpark.
Brad, what's quickly one fun fact about Salem Field the fans might not know about the ballpark?
Well, you do know, I know that 49 Blue Jay games were played here from 2020 to 2021. They clinched their playoff berth in 2020 here on the field, so that's obviously a great part of our history. But this is the first classic retro ballpark. A lot of fans, or a lot of baseball historians will give the credit to like Camden Yards as being kind of the first classic retro ballpark in a downtown setting, mimicking the architecture. Well, the HOK that designed that ballpark 5 years before designed this ballpark when it opened up in '88. This is the first classic retro ballpark in baseball, and they went on to design the vast majority of ballparks throughout the country and international stadiums. And it's fun fact that it started here, and this ballpark has the attendance record, the top 6, I should say, attendance records in the history of minor league baseball all came at this ballpark. So a lot of history here, as well as fun times and great values.
Finally, Brad, what's the best way for fans to purchase Buffalo Bisons tickets to follow the team on social media and the team's website? And just quick thoughts on the Sabres finally getting batting in the Sabres mania going on in Buffalo right now. How much it means to the city.
Yeah, firstbisons.com is the website for everything. Promos, great values, the Canadian App Power Offer, link to our socials. Our socials are at Buffalo Bisons. Whether on X or Facebook or Instagram, TikTok, YouTube. Check those out. But get to Bisons.com. That's the center for everything, for more information on all the events, and whether it's this upcoming homestand or throughout the summer and the great values. But, we're at the Sabres, we're tremendous partners with the Sabres. Obviously, we have the hockey game here each year, and they're just down the road. As I'm in the press box looking, I can see the top of KeyBank Center, and we partner with them on a number of events, and it is exciting. They've had a tremendous season. They're so fun to watch on the ice, and they have such great personalities and players in their locker room. And it's fun. They've 5 down, 11 to go. We're having a lot of fun with that and cheering them on, and here at the ballpark, and they're doing great. And I've been lucky enough to be there for a couple of games already, and the atmosphere is incredible, whether you're in the arena or you're at Canal Side cheering on or throughout the city. We're having a lot of fun with it, and they're doing a great job on the ice. So we're 5 down, 11 to go.
And Dan Dunley is one of my friends, and he does a great job on the broadcast. And Brad, even though I'm in Ontario and I'm Canadian, I am cheering for the Sabres because Buffalo, to me, is like a part of Canada, and Buffalo feels like my second home, and I miss being in Buffalo. And hopefully I'll be back to see you at the ballpark one day with everybody down there too.
Yeah, and I mean, that's the feeling throughout, not just the ballpark and down there. Obviously, we're all one together, and I think no better moment than in Game 6 to show that when the mic caught out on Cammie when she was trying to sing the anthem and everybody sang, and that was a really, really cool moment. And obviously, those anthems are performed before every game here at the ballpark as well. So that was a tremendous moment and really captured what it means as sports fans, how we're connected on either side of the border.
Well, Brian, I want to say thank you so much for giving us some time out of your busy schedule. Continued success as the assistant general manager of the Buffalo Bisons, and good luck this weekend against the Iron Pigs. And then I guess your homestand starts on Tuesday, May 12th against the Red Sox farm team, I believe. Yep.
We're against Worcester. We're home Tuesday through Sunday, and thank you for the time and connecting, and love having you at the ballpark, and can't wait to see everybody else at the ballpark and cheering on the Bisons.
Thank you so much, Brad, and we'll talk to you later. Go Bisons and Sabres, and say hi to everybody for me at the ballpark.
Will do. Thanks, Chris.
Thanks, Brad. All right, everyone, that wraps up season 13, episode 46, overall 706 of Live with CDP Sports and Entertainment Talk Show. And again, I want to say thank you to my guest, Brad Bisbing, the assistant general manager of the Buffalo Bisons, the top farm team of the Toronto Blue Jays. Check out their website, buffalobisons.com. And here's a little fun fact about the late Barry Cullen, who founded Barry Cullen Chevrolet. He actually played a couple of years of American Hockey League down in Buffalo. I believe in the late 50s or early 60s, before they became the Buffalo Sabres in 1970s. He played a couple years with their AHL farm team called the Buffalo Bisons. So that's a little fun fact about the late Barry Cullen as well. Again, you can follow the Buffalo Bisons on all social media platforms. They're on Instagram, LinkedIn, Linktree, Twitter, X, and their major league website is MLB.com/MILB/Buffalo Bisons, or just Google Buffalo Bisons again. And the Bisons are 17-19, and they are finishing off a 12-game road trip this weekend in Lehigh Valley against the Iron Pigs, the top farm team of the Philadelphia Phillies. So if you've never been to a Buffalo Bisons games, go to buffalobisons.com. Salem Field is one of the nicest ballparks in minor league baseball, and it's only 7 minutes from the Peace Bridge if you're coming across from Ontario. And as we wrap up the show, guys, I have another announcement to make as we wrap this show up. My next live with CDP Sports and Entertainment Talk Show by BarryCullen.com is going to be Friday, May 8th, 11:30 a.m., just in about 25 minutes time from now, with special guest, a friend of mine, Matt Derry from Financial Architects. He's also a longtime Detroit and Cleveland media personality. So Matt Derry is going to come on. We're going to talk Pistons Cavaliers, Game 2, that series, and we're going to talk a little bit about the Cleveland Guardians 2026 Major League Baseball season, and maybe a little bit of the Detroit Lions draft picks as well. Again, I want to say thank you to Brad Bisbing, the assistant general manager for the Buffalo Bisons. He's also in charge of their marketing and public relations as well. So go to buffalobisons.com and check out information about the team as well. And they return home in Buffalo on Tuesday, May 12th against the Worcester Red Sox, the top farm team of the Boston Red Sox as well. So that is about it, guys. I'm going to wrap this show up a little bit early, but I want to say thank you, everyone, for watching this on Facebook, LinkedIn, YouTube, Twitch, X, Instagram, and to my audience on audio platforms such as Apple Podcasts, Spotify, iHeartRadio, Amazon Music, and Good Pods, and wherever podcasts are available. So I will see you guys back here in about 25 minutes for another edition of Live with CDP Sports and Entertainment Talk Show, brought to you by our friends at BarryCullen.com, with my guest at 11:30 this morning, Matt Derry, again from Financial Architects, and also a longtime Detroit and Cleveland media personality. Thank you again for watching and listening to Live with CDP Sports and Entertainment Talk Show.